My name is Kimberly, and a couple facts I want to give about the statistics that Rachel's Women's Center, the day center, helps. On an average, we see about 155 women each day, and we assist nearly 3,000 different women in just last year alone. 1 out of 3 of those women use substances, alcohol. Myself, I was drugs and alcohol. 1 out of 4 are living with mental illnesses. 1 out of 5 are domestic violence victims. 25% of us are the ages between 46 and 55. Okay, 343 women were housed by Catholic Charities HWS programs during the past year, me being one. Okay, for my personal story, you guys, I never really stopped and took a look at my personal testimony on paper today. Today I did that for the first time. So if I'm a little emotional, please bear with me and forgive me. I didn't realize that I had accomplished so much in the last few years of my recovery. At 26, I was a kid that was having kids. I lacked life skills to manage the challenges facing me. My kid's dad first introduced me to drugs, and he didn't make me, but I did it because I wanted his acceptance. I didn't lose control until after we broke up, and when that happened, I started using more so that I didn't have to feel the aloneness. Okay. I was in and out of prison in the beginning of 1993. I got off parole in the year 2000 after living a life of poor choices and surrounding myself with other people who also made poor choices. I did things that were not consistent with who I am as a person because I really felt like I needed to be a part of something, to have a sense of belonging. Through those experiences, I have learned that I had to change my mindset, and that reinventing the self happens from the inside to the outside. Okay, I was married in the year 2000. My marriage ended in 2006. I was off the drugs during that time, but I learned to drink and substitute alcohol for drugs. When my marriage ended, I made a conscious decision to relapse back into drugs as well as alcohol. Within 6 months, I had quit my job, lost my home, and my children decided to live independently and apart from me. With substance abuse, you pick up where you left off, basically. Unless you work a true recovery program and commit to changing everything about your life. And I feel it's the same with homelessness. When you leave the street, you have to leave the street in the street. Okay? Lifestyle changes start from the inside out once again.
That's right.
Okay. I realized I was going to die if I continued living the way that I had been. That's why I decided to change my life. I wanted to see things through clear eyes and live a life that was manageable and accepting life on life's terms. I've been in recovery since May 5th of 2011. I left Riverside County and came to San Diego July 4th of that same year to start fresh. I spent my first night in a motel, and then I had time on the street, and then I spent some time up at the San Diego Rescue Mission, and then I was blessed with my bed at the Rachel's Night Shelter, and I felt safe there, and that's where I began to establish my true foundation, connecting with the staff for my recovery support and the resources and the information. Within 5 months into my new recovery, I got into a residential program in Riverside County where I could increase my skills, strengthen my recovery, and improve my decision-making skills. I also returned to Riverside to resolve my legal matters and to clear up the wreckage of my past. And when that was all behind me, I came back home to beautiful San Diego. I moved into the independent living program in June of last year. Since then, I've been strengthening my relationship with my children, with my dad and my grandchildren, and reaching the goals that I've set for myself. Although I do have physical health challenges, my ultimate goal is to get back into the workforce. I'd like to become a drug and alcohol counselor so that I can help bridge the gap between the people on the street and who need help and mainstream society. And just this last Tuesday, I did my orientation to start that schooling.
All right.
As far as efforts, programs, and person having a measurable impact on the homelessness of San Diego, I believe that before any program, person, or service can reduce homelessness, the homeless person has to believe that a different life is possible and has to want to change their situation. Each person has to establish their own priorities. Showers and food and clothing don't change the situation for the homeless. We need tools, we need life skills, we need options, we need decision-making skills to make the right choices. The easy option isn't usually the best option for us normally. Okay, the cause of each person's homelessness is very complicated. If it was an easy solution, I think there'd be a lot less of us homeless. Okay, what made a difference for me was my relationships with the support from the staff of Rachel's. Their encouragement is a big part of how I got where I am today. I knew that they believed in me and that they would allow me to move at my own pace. We're hard enough on ourselves, and we don't need anyone reinforcing that message. And a little bit of kindness does go a long way. The staff also helped me to overcome the barriers so that I could connect with the services that you all provide, which are awesome, by the way, and I'm grateful for them. I'm sorry, but okay. Even people who appear okay are just one bad decision away from the street. Okay, and also I just like to give glory to God, because it's my spiritual foundation that gives me my strength and my recovery. And at this point in my life, I'm forming relationships with people who lift me up and help move me forward. Okay, and for some people, homelessness is only for a short amount of time. For others, moving away from a life on the street takes years. Wherever you are in your journey, it's my advice to keep reaching for the stars and believe that a different life is possible. It may take a lot of hard work, but anything worthwhile is worth the work. Although changing your life is a personal decision, you have to do it alone. You have to make that decision that you want something different. But you have to remember, you guys, isolation is the enemy of success.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, even though it's a personal decision. Okay, and as far as lingering problems, I would like to, the limited availability of detox and residential and drug and alcohol treatment and mental health crisis beds for people without insurance. Covering those services makes it hard for people ready to make a change to get the kind of help that they need. I know that there are openings in outpatient treatment programs, but by getting there and being successful in them is hard. You know, it's hard, man. You can't, if you're on the street, you can't necessarily get to the outpatient programs when you're living on the street. Thank you.